First at 11, new developments in our fight against COVID. Nevada's coronavirus test positivity rate leveled out the past few weeks to about 12% over the past 14 days. We appreciate you for being with us for News 3 Live at 11. As of Friday, Nevada reported more than 870 new cases. Hospitalizations are slightly down to 1,100. Nearly 63% of Nevadans age 12 and older have started the vaccination process. 53% are considered fully vaccinated. Well, those who can't get a vaccine, kids under 12. But as researchers examine the data, parents still have questions. When will it be approved? How old do kids have to be? And why should my child even get it? Our Lauren Clark joins us with some of those answers and why doctors are still recommending kids get this vaccine, Lauren.
Yeah, Crystal, well, what it eventually boils down to is that there's some factors that parents should consider. Although hospitalization with children is very, very low, most treatments used on adults to fight the virus aren't approved in kids, making it a lot harder to treat. And they also have the risk of having long-haul symptoms.
I guess I have mixed feelings about it.
Sam Amesquita is dad to two younger kids.
They're 5 and 3.
He's fully vaccinated, but admits he's unsure about his young ones.
And when it comes to giving them a shot, I really don't know at this point how I feel about it.
So far, no one under 12 can get a COVID shot, but that could change soon, says family physician Dahlia Wax.
I do anticipate by the fall at least all the data in and some sort of emergency approval for the pediatric population, at least from 5-year to 12.
With 5 and under, she predicts coming in the winter. But with school in session and children hospitalizations rising, parents might be wondering.
What's the holdup? Why is it taking so long? Well, one is little kids aren't little mini-me's. You know, the adult immune system is much different than the pediatric immune system.
And another reason.
They had wanted to make sure it wouldn't interfere with their immunity as we're trying to immunize them for polio. We're trying to immunize them for pertussis, hepatitis.
The COVID mortality rate is low in kids. Still, Dr. Wax strongly suggests vaccination.
This is not the typical cold virus. We don't want a child to have some of these COVID long symptoms. Because the child has a developing brain, has a developing reproductive system and all that, I would rather take my chances with the vaccine than I would with this COVID virus.
As for Sam,
I'm just kind of just listening and seeing what's going on.
Because listening and talking to your pediatrician is what Dr. Wax says is the best thing you can do.
We always tell parents that they shouldn't be, insulted or criticized for having those questions because they love their kid.
And Dr. Wax says you can proactively protect your children from COVID while waiting for them to get vaccinated. This includes having them wear a mask, be up to date on their asthma checks, and sleeping well. Also important, she says, to make sure that all the adults around them are fully vaccinated as well.
A day of sorrow, honor, and remembrance. Today, Las Vegans mark the somber milestone. News 3's Lauren Clark joins us live outside Fire Station number 5 to share those reflections.
Well, Marie, Southern Nevadans today reflected and honored those who were serviced that day.
It felt very distant, but also like incredibly surreal.
20 years later,
getting to school and realizing that there was just chaos going on in school, like no one was in their classes.
September 11th, 2001.
Everybody was just all surrounding, like in the cafeteria, surrounding like one TV.
Is burned into our collective memory.
I went inside one of the casinos and they have the big screens and there it was, the buildings exploded I was devastated.
A day when 3,000 people lost their lives in the coordinated terror attacks, leaving millions stunned.
We've been attacked.
And afraid.
I just remember being so confused and scared and wondering what is going on, why.
In the days after, our News 3 cameras captured the Ground Zero aftermath.
Last night we were there for about 12 hours, just hands and knees digging out rubble and stone.
The grueling recovery efforts and destruction, leaving some speechless years later.
I don't actually have words.
Because no words.
I don't even want to have words for it.
Can describe the gravity.
Oh my God, how could this be happening in America?
Or depravity of that day.
There's so many things in your life that you don't remember, but something like that, it will stay in your memory forever.
Remembering is what Las Vegas firefighters did today in a Fremont Street tribute. Marching and calling out the names.
FDNY, Lieutenant Charles Magaldi.
Of the heroes lost to make sure that no matter how much time has passed, their sacrifice will always live on.
And back out live here at Fire Station 5, we saw several families come out here today because they actually have a piece that was once part of the World Trade Center, people leaving flowers and saying prayers at this very site.
Construction is often known as a male-dominated industry, and numbers back it up, right? Only 10% of women are represented in construction, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. New tonight, our Alexis Gorey explains one local group is growing that number by empowering more women to get into the field.
We play such a huge role in home building, and most people don't even realize that.
It's a hot housing market, and homes are building up and selling at record high prices. And unlike decades ago, women are paving the way from land acquisition to closing.
It's not just being out in the field. You have project managers, you have engineering, you have marketing, you have designers. Yes, there's so many different facets.
Elisha Scroggum and Monique O'Neill with the Professional Women in Building Council, a part of the Southern Nevada Home Builders Association, says they are seeing women in higher positions like presidents and managers than ever before. The council itself started in 2015 with just 15 members. Now, up to 60 women are making their voices heard throughout the industry, a challenge these women have overcome in their 20-plus years in the construction industry.
And it was hard to gain that respect that, yes, I know what I'm talking about. So, but as the years have gone by and there's more women in the industry, I don't see that happening as much. So you have a seat at the table.
PWB is helping women break barriers in the industry by providing networking opportunities, educational scholarships, and mentorships.
Talking with all your fellow members and what they do and say, hey, I have an interest in this. Can you help me out?
Getting more women involved helps the next generation, but they say not many women know enough about construction to have interest. This week is National Women in Construction Week, and PWB is hosting events to spread the word and get current members involved in the community with luncheons and volunteering. Last year, the council raised $23,000 for its Building Hope Scholarship, awarding 10 young women here in the Valley funds towards education and training to grow their presence in the field.
I don't even think anyone's shy anymore in our industry at all. We have very strong women.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.